Right, shalom everybody. I hope you can hear me. Is my voice getting good? I did not schedule this live and I did not even post in Patreon, so not many people will know that I am going live. All right, how's everybody doing? Welcome from England. Welcome everybody from Malaysia, from everywhere. Uh, yeah, I'm not going live much actually. I mean, people they like to watch somebody in camera. For me, people don't like to see my videos, even though we speak the truth and we make a real study with real informations. But people they like showtime and somebody in front of them in the camera, and maybe he's funny or dummy, it doesn't matter. As long he is doing some entertainment, is good for them, right? Entertainment is very important, not knowledge. Uh, Actually, people they pay for entertainment way more than they pay for education. Correct? Yeah. And the funny is like people download my debates and they post them in their channels, and they get like 20 times more than my view, which is very weird. But what we can say. uh, Anyway, look, I'm happy that people they are learning and more people they are aware what we're doing and what this is about. Now I said let me go a little bit speak about the war. The first thing you notice in the title is about the Pope. We have in our churches, not only in the Catholic Church. I don't care really for someone is Catholic or Protestant or Orthodox. Uh, but the church's leaders they became woke and weak and potatoes, and not only they are weak, they are false. So the Pope he says war not to be glorified. Uh, but we have tons of verses in the Old Testament glorifying the war by God Himself. So then you ask yourself, do those people they work for who exactly? They work for God. They work for woke. They work for politically correct, statement. You see, if the war is evil, don't glorify it for sure. If the war is fighting evil, it's different story. So they are really, I'm really disgusted from all those so-called leaders. In fact, they become our enemies, because they are polluting the mind of Christians through centuries. Not only new, this is not new. This is not new. And they are wicked, and they are liars, and they are hypocrite. Uh, and you notice like when they speak about war, this guy, the Pope, he is an American, right? So is he speaking against America? Absolutely, he is. You know, this is why I consider those who they are woke. They are not. They don't belong to a country. The woke is an international citizenship of stupidity. When you are woke, you don't even know your gender. Uh, Car alarm is going. I hope you are not hearing it. So they don't have nationality. They don't have citizenship. They call for open borders. They call for whatever sex. Uh, like in the other day, we said let us meet in the so-called Skype, which now is called meeting. And then when you sign in, it start asking you a question until you reach the point where it says your gender. And I found I think there's 6 or 7 genders there. I mean, how stupid those people are. We have 7 genders. So, you know, if software is woke, TV is woke, radio is woke, the Pope is woke, Orthodox Church become woke, Protestant, they are woke, for sure, not all, you know. For how long we are going to walk with this walk? So we as a Christians, we should uh, separate ourselves from those people because they don't present the church teaching, neither the gospel. Anyone will teach you something against the gospel is a false man. So when the Pope he says war not to be glorified, and he's speaking about this war, the question why this war is bad? Is it us who is doing the war really? The Muslims are attacking us everywhere in the world. Just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, they attack a Christian town in Syria and they start beating them, breaking into their houses. Do the Pope say anything about it? No, nothing. Kids in Nigeria are killed everywhere. So if war is not needed now to fight against those terrorists, when is going to be needed? What those people want? Who is going to defend the weak and the needy and the poor? This is not the teaching of the church. Now regarding Iran, we are not against Iran. We don't hate Iranian. We are against the terrorist regime. This regime want to kill everybody. Don't agree with them. If you agree with them, they are your friends. So if you glorify terrorism like Putin, you are a good guy. You are a good Christian for them, right? If you open camps for them, you give them refuge, refugee training, weapon, machineries, even spying for their sake, like Putin, you are a good Christian. Or Maduro for them is a good Christian, even though he's a communist and he's drug dealer. So we have always to be sure that those who speak in the name of the church, they are really speaking in the name of anything have to do with the church first. It's not somebody dressed white or somebody dressed black and wear a cross and that make him a man of God. The man of God is the one who speaks the truth, and he will never be politically correct. Somebody says the Bible contradicts itself. True story. He must be Abdul. Anyway, no, the Bible never contradicts itself. In fact, every single word in the Bible is about war. Only dummies, stupid, they don't understand that. From the first day of life of Adam, God said to him, don't do this, don't do that. If you do it, we will have war. From the first day of the human being life, all the teaching of Christ is against wickedness. That's a war. We have war with wickedness. So only dummy he think Christianity teach, you know, loving the enemy by rebuking them. We're not talking about an army coming to kill us. We're not terrorists. They want to put bombs in street and buses and cars and schools. This is not what Jesus is talking about. He's talking about somebody he hate you. Somebody discriminate you because you are Christians. You don't go and kill him. But isn't Jesus the same person who says, the one who don't have sword, go and buy one? So the woke, even the idea of a 12 imam, by the way, it's a theft. Those Muslims, they stole Christianity. Muhammad is copying it from Christianity. Jesus have 12 disciples. Muhammad decided to have 12 imams. Very simple. This is a religion of theft. They steal land. languages, names, history, and even your women and your children's, and then they claim it. All right. Did Israel take some bad hit recently? What is a bad hit? You know, if the Israeli lose one or two soldiers a day going into south of Lebanon, that is not a hit. If they took a hit by a missile, like there is a tank for chemical, that is nothing, my friend. Iran is demolished. What bad hit? What, you want to go to war and nobody shoot at you? You see, when you speak about war, you should expect great casualty. What is the casualty Israel have right now? Nothing. You know, the casualty they have in the highway is higher than the casualty they have from war. So the measurement of casualty is very wrong for many of you. It's a war. Have you ever heard of a war? We lost until now 13 soldiers. If the Israeli alone, they dropped just as 3 days ago, they said that 25,000 bombs. So if every bomb killed one person, one Iranian terrorist soldier, that means they lost 25,000. But there is no way a bomb will kill one, right? It's that would be a joke, right? This is only the Israeli. This does not include the American. So their manufacturers is gone, their weapons, their, for sure they will still have hiding here. And Iran is a massive, a huge country, and I'm sure they have some hidden places where they hide their weapon. Why live, not same live TikTok? What do you mean live TikTok? What does that mean? I am not live in TikTok. I am using my phone and YouTube only. Uh, so you know, we have to be careful with those so-called Christian leaders. We have potatoes. We don't have real leaders. You know, never listen to them. I am disgusted because of them. Any Christian leader, he says to you that Jesus blessed those who spread peace. This is true. But the Lord himself says, peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked. Correct? Who said that? Is it our God? Peace for those who love peace and no peace for the wicked. No peace. Will be there a ground invasion? You know, I don't think Trump, he will go to a ground invasion in the meaning of a ground invasion. Like a ground invasion, what we talk about it is like occupying area, massive area. They might do like a, let us say, plastic surgery invasion, to clean an area, to capture something like the uranium, maybe, you know. Temporarily invasion, like those islands, they can clean them out from the Iranian, and then they can watch them by airplanes so nobody can get into them. I don't think they will put the ground soldiers in a fixed station. That will make them an easy target, you know, like this island from, so they can do like a ground clean, to put the American flag there temporarily in order to negotiate with the Iranian, because this is where massive amount of oil is important. Is the sea which is in connection with Azerbaijan. That port they will not occupy it, they will destroy it. I think Israel already hit very bad hits there. So let us make it simple. They will suffocate the regime, and then Trump, he can freeze the war. I mean, we are at war, but we are not at war. Those who they are complaining about Hormuz and they don't want to do anything about it, he will say to them, okay, you know what, we are going to suffocate Iran, You want to get your oil, get your oil. Go ahead. Force Iran to let your oil go through. We American, we don't buy oil from there. And if they close it, they close it for you, not for us. Do something. Iran, they told the Trump that the 20 tankers who they are stuck in the Persian Gulf, they can go, they can leave. Trump, he called it a gift. This is not a gift. They've been forced to. They've been, but there's because many countries where they are, those tankers belong to them. They are heavy-duty countries like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and for sure the Chinese and the Indian, they can always take their oil. So the Iranian, they are trying to let us say stop any kind of grouping of countries to open Hormuz. To South Korea, don't be involved in it. We want your tanks open, okay? So South Koreans say, okay, we are happy for that, and involved in this thing. So they would do that to break the team. So they would choose certain countries who they are powerful with their army or technology, and they will say to them, your tankers can go through. That will not help them much, because as long they cannot sell their oil, what the benefit for them? Nothing. Trump, he can destroy all the refineries, which means even if they have oil, they cannot sell all their tanks, and then without tanks, oil is not going to be. Iran is in a very bad shape, and obviously the Iranian, they are struggling. The Iranian regime, I'm saying, but for sure the Iranian people are struggling too. They are the most people who struggle actually. But what you can do, the only way is surgery. So the Iranian now are divided because they don't have a supreme leader for real. They elected someone is dead. Obviously there's no guy. This guy Mushtaba is dead. I think the reason they mentioned that he is elected, they agree to elect his name because he's dead, because they don't agree about who is going to be next leader. So they are divided very much in negotiation and everything. So some they say, let us give him what he wants because he will destroy us. The others say no, we should stay and resist, because if we give him what he wants, that's it. We know what we have left. Taught in England becoming black in Arabic. What does that mean, black in Arabic? What does that mean? Lord have mercy. Can someone tell me? Where it says Quran you should believe the text moved, I can read it. If you have a question about the Quran, save it for later, because I'm speaking from my phone and the text moving so fast it's hard to see. You should actually pay for CP teaching, most deserved, but for free. Thank you. Thank you, brother. God bless. Yeah, I'm doing my my life from my garden. Yeah, you hear the birds? All right. Like so the tomorrow is unknown for this war, because I don't trust negotiation team the Iranian have. Why? Because simply they are first Shia, they play taqiyya, and it's possible actually they can sign an agreement for a month just to stop the war. So Trump, it was going to be very hard for him to do it again. So they might agree with something, and then they wash their hand from it, and then Trump, they have to do something again. So doing negotiation with Shia, who they are, their religion is based on lying, is extremely difficult, because those are not men of their words. They will never be. However, they will do that if they are smart. But if they are stupid, they will continue in the war. So if they are smart, they will agree with the 15 point of Trump, but then they will slow down the process, which means they will not let it happen. They will make excuses. They will take too much time to approve any international, scientist team to come and check the nuclear facility. They cannot issue visas. They can just delay and delay and delay. And during this time, if a Trump is stupid, he will lift the sanctions. So if a Trump he reached an agreement with them, should not leave the sanction until the agreement is in place, which means everything is done, starting with the nuclear enriched uranium. They deliver it, then you lift some of the sanction. Step number 2, step number 3. Otherwise, if he left the sanctions right away, he is just being stupid. No, I'm not worried about people speaking in my phone. So what? My friend, I go and do seminars. Thousands of people attend my church seminars in person. I don't go on camera because I don't like it. I fear nobody. I fear nobody but my Lord to be upset from me. Uh, so what? My neighbor, who care? Wherever you go, somebody will say, "I heard your voice before." You go to the cashier to pay something in Home Depot, your voice is not, Walmart. It happened always, So it's not a big deal. My voice is very easy to be recognized. It's not, let us say, an average voice where everybody can have. So you can recognize my voice so easy. Anyway, my friend, don't ask me questions. Do you live close to my neighbors? What is that? What? I told you I'm not worrying. Come on, give me a break. Anyway, so Arabic speaking ones, do they have a right to the land of Israel or not? First of all, Arab Christians are not from Israel. So if there's somebody in Israel, he call himself Arab, he's not from there. So he have no right. All right. The only one they have the right is the one who belong to the Aramaic. You remember when Jesus he spoke to the Aramaic women? You remember the story? Those Aramaic are exist. And the Christians there, some of them they call themselves Arab because they've been occupied by the Arab for a long time. They force them to say Arab, we are Arab, and they are speaking Arabic language, but in reality they are not Arab. So if a person believes he's an Arab, he don't belong there. So he should not even have citizenship. All right. This was Roman who built most of those things in the land. Not true. Jerusalem built long before the Roman. Well, if you believe you are an Arab, you need to check out. Are you really an Arab? So if you are an Arab for real, that means you came as you're a foreigner. You're not from there. This land, the first time the Arab enter it is when Omar ibn Khattab occupy it. Before that, there's no Arab there. The Arab they used to go like a trade, like they bring things from the desert and they buy usually to buy things from Jerusalem, from Damascus, from those cities, because they are Bedouin, so they buy fabric, they buy etc., and they exchange it with other stuff. Do you watch Chosen series? I don't watch those stuff. Yeah, today, because they force you to speak Arabic. This is not your language. Your language is Aramaic. All right, your language is Aramaic. It's not Arabic. You've been forced to speak it, and that during the time of, as an example, not limited, the Caliphate, the Fatimi, he cut the tongue of anyone who speak the Coptic language. Anyone speak the language, they cut his tongue. All right, so they forced the Coptic to speak the Arabic language. Uh, and then through time, those who they are Christians in the Middle East, majority of them they are not Arab. There is Arab for sure. There is Arab, like the one from Saudi Arabia, etc. But those all of them they are either kicked out, they moved toward like the border with Jordan, or the Arab who were exist in the time of the Roman within Jordan area, not in Israel. Yeah, the bird earth singing. So the war, right now, for me, I believe it's very successful, because this war changed everything. The first thing will happen actually, like I find the European government are just so stupid. I cannot believe it how stupid those people. They say we should focus on the war, which is Putin doing against Ukraine. But don't you notice that Iran is the biggest supplier for Putin during the war? Don't you notice that? Don't you notice that taking the friends of Putin one after one will stop the war in Ukraine? Because Putin will find himself alone, no friends. Do you know how much Putin now is so upset? So they are stupid. If they are smart, they should know that this war actually should be for the benefit of Ukraine, because tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, killed by the drones of the Iranian. The Russian, they are making drones now, but they are not even close to be enough for the war. The bigger supplier is the Iranian. They go through the sea connected to Azerbaijan all the way to Russia, which is about I think maybe 120 miles. They will be in Russia. That's how easy it is. They just pass the coast of Azerbaijan, and they can deliver the drones. Why attack Iran? It's a stupid idea. Oh, okay. Well, stupid idea for the stupid people, smart idea for smart people. If I know somebody preparing to shoot me, to kill me, and even to use nuke, shall I wait for him until he do it? Shall we wait for him until he nuke us? If we wait more, Iran will have nukes. Then the war will not be the same. It's going to be a nuke war. So the stupid you is the one who says stupid text like this. We destroyed the rat from being, before it get too big and became an alligator. All right. I mean, look at them. They are fighting America, not any country. And until now, they have rockets and they have missiles. So what will happen? Those people, they are just getting ready for nothing but to war. There are people, they have no money. Women, men, children, they are sold for the body part, kidney, selling their kidney. They have no money, no jobs, no water. I mean, the country is in a very bad economy. but they have money for all those war machines because all agenda is war. They want to be the greatest, massive, fiercest bully power in the world, not only in the Middle East. That's why they're reaching their camps all the way to Venezuela. So this war is very successful, and even if a Trump he stopped now, but I hope he will not, because still there's many things to do. But all their manufacturers to develop, to make, to restore is gone. Let us say 30 days of war make them go not only 30 years back, 70 years. All right. In the same time, the biggest Iran from controlling Hormuz, because anything can happen to go to your country. Doesn't matter what country is yours, because that will affect the whole world until you have replacement. See, Trump is doing favor to every country in the world. Anytime Iran, they are bothered by something, they will stop Hormuz, or they will force the Houthi, which is in Yemen, in the Bab al-Mandeb, you know, the Strait of Mandeb, to close it. And by the way, that mostly 90% mostly from Middle East, not like other countries. Other countries, they have other solutions, like South American buys from South America. In South America, there's many countries are big provider for oil. American, we have our oil. We do not even need anybody. We have our gas, natural gas. In fact, USA is a producer of oil right now in the world. Bad reception. Hold on. It doesn't make sense. My reception is good. Maybe from your side. Do you hear me fine, guys? Yeah, because it says 5G, you know, so it's not a drop-in. All right. Maybe something wrong. Anyway, so I believe Trump, he should not do any ground invasion in the meaning of landing and staying, because that will make the American soldiers an easy target. So if we say Iran have 1 million soldier, sending 50,000 soldier in the ground, that's not a good idea, you know. Now we can say that the million soldiers are not powerful enough to be called million soldiers. However, in the ground, the story can be different. The casualty will be higher. So they cannot even win against 50,000, even if they are 1 million. Because the 50,000 in the ground, they will have the air support, you know, drone support, all kind of rocket and missiles and whatever. However, because they are fixed target, that will make them easy target. So he should just do surgeries, fast hit, and go away. Same time, clean the land. Let us say those islands, so Iranian cannot have their hand on them. And then in the negotiation, they will have to make it clear that we will the Iranian, they will allow international forces, not necessarily American, to be the guardian for the Hormuz, not them, no more. He should strip them from that fake authority, because Hormuz is not their own water. It's not. The international water is not their water. So they have no right. In fact, all those strait, no country have right to close them. Like in Turkey, when the Ottoman they occupied that land, which is our land, uh, they had to sign an agreement that they cannot close any ship going to the Black Sea. They cannot. And this is the arena what they are doing now. They are closing an international water. They have no right to close. America is a garbage dump. I am very sure if you get a chance to get a visa to immigrate to America, they will be the first one to come to America and say, please, I will wash dishes. America is a garbage dump. Let me tell you something. I'm going to hurt your feeling. A dog in America live by far better than anyone live in many countries. Many. I'm not going to count, so people will not be upset. What are you talking about, garbage girl? What an idiot. What is the biggest busy embassy in the world? Huh? Which is the one everybody want to come to it? How many millions they want to migrate every year to America? You see, because it's a garbage country. How many people want to migrate to Iran or to Saudi Arabia or even to Emirat? How many people want to migrate to Afghanistan? You know? Oh boy. Yeah, garbage country. You are an American beggar? All right, I mean, just to block her. I bet you she is a boy. America is #1 country who donate to the world, you idiot. In fact, until Trump he came to office, America spending tens of billions of dollars to feed many countries. Even your medication paid by America. When the Americans stopped in their aid, do you know how many employees lost their jobs in Jordan alone? 13,000. The stupid government of America, the woke, they were paying hundreds of thousands of people around the world salary, people who hate us. So I'm very thankful that the Trump he came to office. They give them money, they curse you second day. They hate you, they would kidnap you if they could. You know, I told you this story before. Once I met a bunch of Arab guys, like me. So they asked me if I joined them for a dinner. Usually I don't, but I said, let me have some, I don't meet people, let me try. So I went there and I sat with them. And then the first one, he says, in my country, he's from Jordan, I was living like a king. I don't know why I came here. Anyway, like the conversation like this, each one of them, he starts like he's a king in his country. So then I said, they said, you're quiet, you're not talking. I said, I don't know, I'm sitting with a bunch of idiot or hypocrite or liars. So if America is a piece of shit, why all of you here? You will go buy a ticket, go be a king tomorrow in your country. What are you doing here? Why you are here? I bet you those people, they kiss the ass of every ambassador until they get the visa to come to America. And when they come to America, what a bad country, disgusting. My country is way better. And trust me, I know where they are coming from. It's a shithole. Excuse my language. In fact, especially in Jordan, it's a shithole because they have limited water. They cannot even, you cannot even flush your shit. So your shit, you leave it. Especially in the summertime, there's no water. They are buying water from Israel. The Jews are blessing Jordan with water. Like you go to the bathroom, and then I cannot flush it because we don't have water. So you have to wait until like four member of the family do shit. That shit became like, excuse my language, became like a cake, big cake, and then you can flush because we want to save water. We don't have water. Yeah, this is what they have, and then they come here. No jobs, no money, no electricity, no safety, no future. Then America is bad. America is bad if you go and associate with the bad ones. If you go to nightclubs, if your friends are drug dealers, yeah, in America there is bad, there is junk, there's trash. Yes, there is, but this is everywhere. Okay? Everyone goes where they belong. As always, I say, bees goes to the flies, to the flower, sorry, and flies go to the shit, to the garbage. So you can come to America. Either you associate yourself with nice, good people, and then you will have a good life, or you associate yourself with a bunch of garbage, and then you will end shot, or you know. In fact, if you go check, don't ask me, don't trust me on that. If you go right now, check which is the worst area in Israel. Anyone can tell me which is the worst area to live in Israel about safety? Anyone knows? Is the Arab territories. Rape, kidnapping, theft, crime, shooting, every day, 3, 4, 5 in a small town. The worst in ethic. Don't take my words, go check it out. If we check right now in Europe, what is the highest percentage in jail? Buddhist, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Muslims? You know the answer, don't you? But you can check it out for real. Hey Steve, how are you? God bless you, brother. Good to see you. And you know, the funny is when I speak the truth, like about Middle East, I'm from there. Then they say to you, shame on you, you speak about your people like this. This is the truth. Who cares if it's my people, you know? Actually, it's bothering me more that they are my people. What a sick people. Corruption, lying, wicked. The judge is corrupt, the police is corrupt, the king, the prince, the president, the prime minister, the air corruption is the business. Where I am from, I'm black, blonde, African American from Japan. Anyway, any question about the war? Welcome, my friend from Indonesia. Well, you can find my account in Christian Prince 22. You know, somebody can post it for you, or you can watch the videos, which I post the code for it. I don't go in TikTok all you know, always, but from time to time, when we went to Abdul to Koras. Any thought about how long the war? I think the Iranian regime, the terrorists, they want the war to go longer because they have nothing left to lose, you know, except the electric grid. So this is maybe the refineries. So this is maybe the last paper Trump he have. And if he destroyed it, I mean, the country is gone for a long time. And I think that will be enough for Trump because, you know, imagine Trump, he stopped the war after destroying everything they have. And he can finish it in 5 minutes. Let us say in 5 days. Then the Iranian regime, they have a bigger problem. You see, the people, they were so angry from before the war. Now, if they have no electricity, no war, no job, economy is destroyed, the currency is gone, uh, and I'm expecting some kind of uh, separate movement by ethnic groups to start going on as soon as the war, the American war, stopped. Because always when a regime or any government, when a country go weak, then those ethnic group, they find that this is their opportunity to move to ask for more right or even to separate themselves from this country. And the Kurdish are big numbers in Iran, and there's Arab too who hate to be part of Iran. They want to be part of Iraq, and they are Sunni, and that will make it an additional issue. They are Sunni versus Shia. And then there is Azerbaijan. There's a big number of Iranian. They are from Azerbaijan, about maybe 19 millions. There's many ethnic, and most of them, they are in the borders. So those, when the regime go weak, as they say, when the cow start feeling down, all the wolves, you know, their teeth and their saliva is running. Uh, so even if a Trump he stopped the war after he finished everything they have, the regime will have a hard time to stay, because how they will pay for salary, even for their own soldiers, if there's no income. If a Trump if a Trump did not reach an agreement, even if he stopped the war, he will not allow them to sell oil. How they can pay for anything? They will be suffocated and the regime will collapse. So I think Trump, he's trying to strip them legally from their right. However, which means by agreement. However, if he could not accomplish that, he will strip them illegally from their rights by making them suffocate. All right. Azerbaijani, they are Shia, but they are not too much religious, and at the same time, they don't like to be part of the Persian. The Persian is the one controlled the government in Iran, not the minority. All those names you hear in TV, they are Persian, they are Farisi. So always those minority, they feel that they are not represented in such a government. Plus, Azerbaijan is a big enemy to Iran. So already they have somebody from the neighbor to fuel it. The Azerbaijani, they can arm the Azari inside Iran. Uh, Russia, they are Putin. He's trying to do everything he can to help, but he is doing it in a mute way. Like he's a coward. He don't even dare to say I'm helping them. But he cannot do much. He have no border with Iran. He have to pass it through the sea, which is through the coast of Azerbaijan. It's not far, but what he can provide is very limited, and the Israeli are watching carefully those ports. Uh, and yeah, the Kurdish too. The Kurdish is a big issue, because they are big in number, and the Kurdish are they are fighters by nature. So this is why the Iranian, they are hitting their headquarters in Iraq every day, because they are afraid that as soon the war is over, the Kurdish will start their attack. So things will be very complicated, and it's not going to be fun for Iran. And in the top of that, there is something we did not, like maybe we forgot to talk about: Israel. You know, Israel is not going to leave those wicked alone. So maybe Trump, he will stop the war, and then Israel will say, okay, we will stop. Second day they will hit. Can he stop them? No. Especially if they did not sign an agreement with Trump. I mean the regime. So the only way for them to stop Israel from spanking them, if they make an agreement, the agreement is an agreement with Israel, not only with USA. Otherwise, the Israeli, they will keep hitting them, and you know the Israeli, they don't play. The Israeli, they are perfect shish kebab makers. So things messed up for this regime, and this is what happened when you are so arrogant and you think you are so powerful just because you have rocket and missiles. And for sure, you think soon you have a nuclear, right? But then you don't. You need to remember that as soon as your mouth run with your wickedness, you see, if this regime is smart, they will not stay. They will not say death to America, death to Israel. They will be friendly until they have their weapons, which can be something. But they are so stupid. They have a big sign in the middle of Tehran saying we will destroy America, destroy Israel. Even they have a clock, countdown. So this would happen when you are so stupid. You get the attention of your enemy to come to you. And they did support a lot of terrorist attack and garbage. So now they have two aggressive enemies, America and Israel. And the Israeli, they can keep hunting them like rats. Let us say Trump, he stopped the war, and they make a new supreme leader, a new president, a new etc. The Israeli, they can send them one pager in 2 seconds. Bye-bye. They have to make the Israeli happy. Otherwise, they are doomed. It's too late to give them ideas now, It's too late for this idea. However, because they are people of taqiyya, as I said, they might sign an agreement, hoping that Trump will go in 3 years, and then we can wash our hands from it, like they will have Democrat. Actually, many of them, they are hoping that Democrat will take soon over the Congress, because the election is going to be like in 7, 8 months, 9 months, 8 months. So and many people are angry from Trump because of immigration policy. I hope the Democrat will not win, but who knows? Usually, you win first election, you lose the second election. So mostly, Democrat, they will take over the Congress. But I hope everyone who is Republican will go and vote. They will not let them win. I hope so. All right. Those Democrats are the most dangerous, the most risky for the safety and security of America. They are worse than Iran. You see, Iran used those, not only Democrat, they use a group of people who call themselves conservative, but they are not conservative. They are woke, like Tucker Carlson, or this wicked women cow dance. Those are not conservative. Those are the most woke people you can imagine. They are the woke core of Satan. And Iran is using them very well. In fact, Tucker Carlson, he got red-handed sending text messages to the government of Iran, telling them about the war. That's why now he will be mostly charged with treason. If you remember, he made a video maybe a week ago that the CIA were spying on him, and he said, "What is my crime? I was sending text messages. They read my text. I was sending text messages to the people of Iran." What people of Iran? Where? That is the government of Iran. So a day before the war, this wicked person betraying his own country, and he was sending information about the war. And I think Trump, he used him. They leaked for him information that they will not attack, because they knew already that he's spying for Iran. You remember this guy, the special consultant for Trump, for terrorism. Trump, he fired him. He claimed that he resigned, but obviously he was fired. He keeps saying Iran is not a threat. Iran is not a threat. This guy is the best friend of Sakar Carson. So Sakar Carson was getting information from this guy, and then he sent it to the Iranian. So I think the Trump team, they knew that Sakar Carson is leaking information, so they used him to fool the Iranian. So they provide him with false information about what will happen soon. Nothing. We will not attack. Don't worry. Trump is bluffing. So Sakar Carson sent them messages saying, nothing, worry. He will not attack you. There's a great resistance against it in his team. In fact, my friend, this guy, he will not agree. And he is a big person in the White House. So he delivered the message. The Iranian, they were relaxing. This is why the second day, actually in the morning, not even day, like I think, what, 2 a.m. in the morning, the preparation for the attack started. And then they hit the supreme leader. He was having fun. He's not even in his basement. Usually he go down in the basement. Since Trump, he threatened to attack them. So now, since they receive messages from USA by those people who committing treason, most likely, according to Carson, obviously it is a treason thing. They relax. They have meeting above the ground, and boom, shish kebab. All right. So an additional thing, I want to say to you, the Middle Eastern countries now, the Muslim countries who have oil, the rich ones, now they learn their hard time lesson. If you remember, the Saudi, they invited the Chinese president many times to Emirat, to Saudi Arabia, visit, exchange of economy. They noticed that China will never do anything. They thought, if we have good relationship with China can put pressure on Iran not to hit us. They thought, if they have good relationship with Putin, he will use his pressure because he will lose to on Iran. But when the war happened, they noticed the only one can protect their land is America and Israel. So the whole system now in the Middle East will change. The Saudi, I bet you now, the Saudi are paying for this war. Trump, he did not ask them to start it. What do you think? But obviously, the Saudi, they don't want America to stop the war, and the Emirati, they are paying for it because they want him to finish the beast. So the beast will not be a threat again. Thank you, Nita. God bless you. So they are paying for the war. That's why Trump, he extended. You see, Trump, he have a business mind. How come now he's so relaxed? It doesn't make sense. I will tell you why. Because he will get the money from Saudi Arabia. America will not pay for this war. And I'm sure they discussed this inside the Senate, the one who is in charge of security. Trump, he told them, this is why you see nobody talking about cost. Do you see the Democrat even talking about the cost of the war? No. Why? Because they receive information clearly that we are not paying for it. All right. So now America will be #1 weapon country in the world because everybody saw what American can do, what nobody can do. Nobody will buy from Europe their weapon because they can't trust it. Even if you have a good weapon, they can block it. They can block you from using it. They can stop giving you changing parts or ammunition during the war, like what they did with Israel. So there's countries you can trust to buy weapon and they will not leave you alone, and there's countries you cannot. Chinese weapon is a shish kebab. I mean, they have nice look. They look like toys. They speak how amazing they are. But the Pakistani, they saw what happened to them in the last war with India. It's just short war, like few hours. Their airplane did not even, most of them did not even fly, and it's made in China. The Modoro, he spent massive amount of money to buy radars, S-300, S-400, all kind of weapon to defend his palace. All the Russian equipment, it turned to be like a microwave. It's just a few bombs, do nothing. So the whole world learned their lesson that the technology of China and Russia is garbage. There's only few technology in the world can be trusted as technology. When we speak about the West, America. When we speak about the Middle East, Israel. And we speak about Asia, maybe we can say Korea, because Korean, they prove themselves to be very good advanced in technology. And actually they will be a major supplier, I believe, for technology. And now there's a new giant is growing. It's called Ukraine. That's why you see even the Israeli, they call Zelensky, the Trump, he asking for help. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, all are signing contracts, billions and billions of dollars to get the technology of Ukraine to defend them. So there is a switch, exchange, or let's say countries will replace countries when it's come to defense. Ukraine was the weakest, soon is going to be the strongest country in Europe. They are getting so advanced with their missiles, rockets, and nobody knows really if Ukraine have nukes, because always I wonder why Putin stopped talking about nukes. I believe Ukraine, they have nukes because they can make nukes in a day. You remember the stupid Ukrainian government, the old one, they give up their weapon. They have more nukes than Russia itself. They trusted the American, they trusted the Russian, they signed an agreement, we give nukes, we give us some money. If they have it until now, nobody will attack them. So they have all the nuclear facility to generate, to make, to produce nukes. So I will not be surprised if Ukraine already they have many of them. Why not? They have the best engineers, the best technology, smart people, you know. Uh, yeah, the one who made them once easy, he can make them easy again, and they will be more advanced now. In fact, this war with Ukraine exposed all the weakness of Russia. The Russian army is like Soviet army. It's like, the technology of Putin is proven to be garbage. The drones is going all the way to Moscow. This missile called the Flamingo, I think. Right, Flamingo, I think, is so advanced, so good. So this war and in Ukraine, the war in Iran, the war in with Maduro, expose weakness of many countries who people thought highly of them, that they are supreme in ability. You see, the size of your army doesn't matter really. You can have a billion soldier army. It doesn't count no more. Number doesn't count. Technology count. And I believe strongly that in the sooner futures, the whole American army, maybe let us say 90% will be machines. 10% is just to control the machines. Very little tiny percentage is for a ground invasion, like to clean commandos, etc. I believe that this will be the future army of America, and is going to be a massive, powerful again. And by the time other countries they reach to the power of America now, America will be in the power of Mars. Because always there's distance, there's distance. Like it's like you want to save to buy a house, which happened to me. Like I saved little money, and then I say, okay, oh, this house I like it, but I cannot afford it. Okay, let me save 1 year. A year after, oh, the house price became twice. So it's like chasing a shadow, which you will never reach. You keep going, and it's moving in front of you, way ahead of you, and you find yourself very, very late in the chase. Uh, all right, I'm not going to keep you longer. I just wanted to share with you some, my update about the war. The Israeli, by the way, they took already more, I think, more than 14 kilometers deep inside Lebanon, which is a very good thing, you know. And Hezbollah is going to, I mean, is already paying a very heavy price. Not only because Iran is being, the regime supplier is demolished, but the biggest demolish actually is their drugs business. It's not even the war. You see, Hezbollah during the previous era, they opened many drugs manufacturers, specifically in the border between Syria and Lebanon. So some of it in the north of Lebanon, and in the south of Syria, or in the border, whatever the border is, sometime in the east. The Syrian regime collapsed. So now all their drugs manufacturers is closed in Syria. And then there is a new movement inside Lebanon to chase those drug dealers inside Lebanon. So they have some manufacturer, but they are not big as before. So their biggest income is almost gone because Iran cannot supply them. You know, Iran itself is bankrupt now. Where they will get money from? Drugs. And in the last few days, actually, in the last 10 days, the Israeli, they hit every single finance agency belong to Hezbollah. Every single gas station owned by Hezbollah. All of those is a business for Hezbollah. Gas stations is big business. They used to bring gas from Iran, and they make a huge profit from it. You know, they control the price, and it's a money laundry too. You know, so like we sell drugs, we have money. How we can justify it? We give it to individual. He's a member of Hezbollah. He buy a gas station, not only in Lebanon, by the way, even in USA. A lot of gas stations owned by Shia in USA is owned by Hezbollah. Grocery stores. Even there was like a bank closed in Canada, used to be owned by Hezbollah for more than 25 years. So they are very big, massive network, the same as the Muslim Brotherhood of the Sunni. So they are getting weaker and weaker, and now the Israeli is destroying the ground. Let us say it's a carpet burning method. So Hezbollah, who's going to build the houses for those people who they left their houses? You might say this is not fair. Why you destroy the house of somebody? No, it's fair, because this body is supporting terrorists. He's one of them. Israel do not want them next to their borders anymore. They are using their houses as bases to attack and shoot and store weapons. So they cannot go back. Even if they go back, there's no houses, there's no buildings, and who's going to pay for it? Nigeria is a crying. Well, what you can do, my friend, you know, Christians in Nigeria, any Christians in those countries, you have to arm yourself, defend yourself. Stop crying. As long as you are crying, you will not go coconut. You will do stop crying. Them. They have a low IQ, and they are wicked. At the same time, they find that hate to Israel is the reason for them to, as a party, to stay. So how I can make people go behind me and shout and support me? Israel. It's a united hate front, you know. I have to bring them somebody they can hate and nobody question it. And those are the Muslims, all of them, they hate Israel. So the thing, he is using those naive, you know, the Yemeni, they don't even go to school. They eat drugs for food, you know, it's called al-qat. If you search for men from Yemen pictures, you will see always there's a balloon in their mouth. That is for some kind of a grass, which is the same as marijuana. It's called al-qat. It's a drugs. They chew it all day long. They are high. They are on drugs. They have low IQ. So they use Israel to grab their support. And then they hate America. Why America? Because they support Israel. And remember, the Quran says you should kill the Christian, kill the Jews, and the Jews is more important to kill. So the Houthi is just right. But in reality, what Al Houthi is doing to Israel? Nothing. When they shoot a rocket, what does rocket do? Nothing. Nothing. They did not even kill a cow. You know what I mean? Even a cow, it's not successful. Internet is bad again. Maybe I should switch to my Wi-Fi. But anyway, it's going to be too late because I'm going to go off soon. Actually, I went off soon, already. Am I heard? Do you hear me, guys? Or you lost me? All right. Well, now I switch to my Wi-Fi. Anyway, Israel is secure as long the Israeli army is superior. And this is something the Israelis understand very well. They have to keep their army and their technology superior. Israeli are very much at risk anytime. Doesn't matter when. They are not superior. All right? So the survival of Israel is based on how superior they are, not based on peace agreement. All those peace agreement with those Muslims around the neighbors is a shish kebab. They will pee on it in a second. The second they see Israel is weak. So they don't mean anything. All right? The only thing they fear, they don't respect. If they fear you, they will behave. In fact, look, I mean, you have the power of Israel. You can nuke them, and they are not behaving. So what if Israel is weak? Just imagine. All right. The Bible is full of contradiction. I thought Muhammad in the Bible, Abdul. The Bible is full of contradiction. Abdul is talking. I like it when you talk about contradiction. Don't forget to call me when I'm live, from my computer. You can tell me about the contradiction so we can laugh. All right? I'd like to hear it, But remember one thing. I'm a Christian prince. All right? I will make you drop your pant. Live on air. Why they changed the Sabbath day to Sunday? Who they? They who? First of all, nobody changed anything. Sabbath is still a holiday, and Sunday, because supposedly, we as a Christians, we have a special day or a special occasion happening Sunday, which is the resurrection of Jesus. So what's your problem? And remember, any day you designate to God is Sabbath. This is what the Bible says. Like in every year, in the 15th of Nisan is going to be a Sabbath, but it not necessarily to be a Sabbath. It might be Tuesday, it might be Monday, it might be. So Sabbath is a day you designate to God. And the same in the top of that, Jesus said, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man made for Sabbath. So, when you talk about Sabbath, it's not, the day is not important. It's what you do during the day. We don't worship Sabbath, my friend. We don't worship Sunday or Monday. When I say worship, it means we don't worship the day. We worship God. All days are Sabbath when you designate into God. The moment you designate your time to God, it's Sabbath. All right? No, Israel, no, Saturday is still for us too. Saturday is still for us. Who said it's not? Who said it's not? But some people, they like the Pharisees, they used to consider the Sabbath more important than a human being. But this is the Sabbath was made for the human being, not the opposite. What was the Sufi? Some Christians love Rumi and think Islam is wonderful faith because of thinking of that. Well, first of all, Sufi are not Muslims. Sufi is just another heretic Islam. They mix music and dancing. However, they are terrorists too. And there's many kind of Sufi. There's the hippie one. They don't believe in war. There's the one who believe it's okay to be a gay. There's what Sufi? I mean, there's many. However, a Christian who believe any faith is good faith is no Christian, because there's only faith is good. One, faith in Jesus. So any Christian, he claimed to be Christian, he say this faith is good, he's no Christian. All right, that's what the Bible teach, and that's what Jesus taught. He said, I am the way, and there's no other way. So there's no good faith. Anyone says to you this good faith, this is a lie. This is not Christianity. Those are hippie, they are wicked, they are false. Don't listen to them. There's no salvation. Like the previous Pope, he says, why you say my God better than your God? All faith, all religion lead to God. That's false. That's against the Bible for sure. So it's not, you don't listen to priests, don't listen to the Bible. If I say something to you against the Bible, don't listen to me. Spit on me. All right? Never take something is not biblical. Because there's many wicked, you know, the Lord, he says to us, they will come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. So you better remember that always, right? Anyway, I think it's time for us to go. I did not post in Patreon I'm going live. I said, let me go. Whoever is there, I don't want to bother people. Whoever can join us, he can join us. And I'm glad that you came, and don't forget to leave a comment, because usually people don't leave comment. Your comment can increase the view. As you see, we don't put commercial advertising. You know, I do it on purpose. Otherwise, I want to click, I can make commercial advertising in every video of mine. But I prefer that people, they watch my videos and learn, and not to be bothered by the garbage of the commercial. All right? But support us, at least by a comment. You know, doesn't cost you much. Say what you say, what you think about this war or anything. You can disagree with me, no problem. At least say something, be someone, do something. All right? Those who don't do, they never exist. Those who don't do, they never exist. They did not do anything, bad or good. The one who do, he exists in hell. The one who do good, he is exist in heaven. You don't do, you don't exist. Where are you? You will be the same as the one called wicked by God. He called him the one who gave him talent, and he decided to hide it. He did not do anything. He decided to hide it. He said, oh, I'm not going to offend God. I will not say yes, I will not say no, I will not do anything. Don't be that one. That's not right. What do you do mean by do? What do you do by mean by do? Okay, what I do by do? What do mean? Don't do act. You don't know? We have a book. It's called the Book of Acts, not the Book of Speeches. Act. All right. So to live as a Christian is to live as an action person. Act. All right. At least say something, as to teach, to help, to lead, not to mislead. So if you don't do anything, you are nobody. Nobody will remember you. Not even your sons, not even your daughter. You know, you notice somebody, her from the family of Einstein, she would say, my grandfather was Einstein. Oh, she's proud. Good. She have the right to be proud about her. This is Einstein. Your grandfather, son, after a century from now, what he will say? My grandfather was a junkie taking drugs, have a billion tattoo over his butt, drinking alcohol every day, ensuring a snore. He beat my grandmother. See, there's somebody, he was someone, and someone was junk. The one who was someone for good, your grandson who don't even know you, he never saw you, maybe even is not even relative, is proud of you. All right. Uh, why we changed the names? We did not change the names. Are you a kid? This is not a name changing. Languages, they don't have equal letters. Like now, you yourself, you are not saying the name correctly in English. Are you ignorant? So you cannot say Yeshua in English. It's Yeshua. Do you have letter A? No. Don't be silly. So there's some languages they don't have the equal letters, and this goes why Jesus became Jesus as a name. So don't be silly when we change the names. Nobody changed the names. Like when you type Muhammad, if there is a guy in history, his name is Muhammad, no, never exist. There's a Muhammad with but because in your language you don't have equal letter, you write Muhammad. But Muhammad, by the way, is a funny word in Arabic. You know, it's like somebody, he was in fire and then you bust him with some water, or like, you know, subdued the fire, like you destroy the fire. So there's language, uh, and there's letters, and not all countries have letters equal to the letters where the Bible is written with. This is why words can be changed, but not in the purpose of changing the word, in the purpose to make it easy for those people to pronounce it. All right. Anyway, I better go. Otherwise, more people will ask silly questions and we will continue forever. I want to say thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya.